That's good.
Okay, so guys, welcome again. My name is Mike Hernandez. I'm excited to be sharing this. And this is what I do now. This is what I do full time. And basically, all we're doing is sharing our story. So today, for those of you who are here for the first time, I want to congratulate you because I do truly believe that people who are seeing this for the first time are receiving a huge blessing. This is an opportunity to change your life, both physically and or financially. All right. So guys, I learned about this 2 years and 6 months ago. And just like you, I was invited to come and hear about this new technology, how people's lives are being changed, and how there was an opportunity behind it. And today, I can't believe that I'm the person sharing this information because I wanted nothing to do with this. I wanted nothing to do with anything in this industry. But when you have a life-changing product, when you have something that nobody else has, and no one has ever seen before, guys, it changes the whole thing. The opportunity becomes really, really unique, and that's exactly what we saw. And that's why we got excited. That's why we got involved. And never did I think in a million years that we would be where we are today, that we would be seeing so many lives changed and being a part of, this life-changing opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me know if you can see. Actually, let me stop this because usually when I start the slide, now we can do it. All right, perfect. So guys, again, person who invited you here, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to want to thank them after this because at the very least, guys, you are one of the pioneers that know about this technology. Many few people know about this. And again, we're talking about something that's life-changing. Most importantly, something that's been considered impossible in the medical industry. Something that's never been seen before. And again, considered impossible until we achieved it. When I say we, I'm talking about this company. I'm talking about the CEO of this company. And guys, the reason why this is so special is because we have a solution for a problem that everyone's going to go through, regardless of who you are. You will be dealing with this challenge, and we are the only solution known in the planet where we live, which is planet Earth, right? Here we go. They recorded. Okay. Let me click this here. Play. All right, guys. So why this is so big is, again, it affects everybody. Did you know that by the age of 30 years old, 50% of your stem cells have gone dormant? Today, this has everything to do with stem cells. So I think about it, someone at 30 years old. For instance, my baby. We have a 31-year-old, and he's very athletic. He's involved in various different leagues, everything from softball to bowling to golf, you name it. And I see him complain about aches and pains, and I'm thinking, I'm 52 years old, and I'm looking at my son like, you're a baby. What are you talking about? Well, he's going through these issues because he's only operating on 50% of his stem cells. The other 50 that has gone dormant will never come back to life. Right? By the age of 60, 90% of people's stem cells have gone dormant. It's the reason why someone in their early years can fall down, break a hip, break a bone, and within a few weeks, they're fine. Where someone who's elderly can perhaps never heal, or if they do, take a very long time. It's all due to the lack of active stem cells as we get older. So imagine if you could, imagine if you would, that for the first time on God's green planet, we can have someone with dormant stem cells, 90%, 80%, 70%, whatever, be reactivated and their bodies react like they were younger. We are not asking people to imagine anymore, guys. We are the witnesses of what can happen when exactly that happens, when your own stem cells can be reactivated. And the inventor, or the person responsible for this, I should say, his name is David Schmidt. And he is not only our CEO and founder, but this guy is a scientist and an inventor, inducted 2 times in the Hall of Fame of inventors for this technology, and he specializes in age reversal. So naturally, in 2008, he began to research stem cells, and get this little patch that we're talking about, that we're seeing so many miracles happen, only took 10 years and $4.5 million in the process to bring to the market, okay? So look what we have here. When I saw that we had a provisional patent, I was blown away because I understand that in order to get a provisional patent, you must prove that what you claim your product does is true. You must prove it clinically. Number two, that no one obviously had ever achieved this before you. And we received our patent in July of 2020, which gives us 20 years where no one else can duplicate what we have. So, had never been done. We have a patent that no one can duplicate for another 20 years, and no one knows about it. Guys, it's really hard to believe, especially in the medical community, that this is here, because this is technology from 3020 here in our hands today. And look what our patent reads, proving exactly what we're saying. Embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptides, which is part of the function that this technology brings, including the activation of stem cells. We can stop right there, guys. That has been the biggest achievement, the holy grail of this technology. And again, we have something, or I should say we have a solution for every single person. And every single person needs this product, whether or not they realize it. So when I learned about this, I was like, okay, how does this work? And really my question was, where do the stem cells in this product come from? A lot of stem cell products in the market have stem cells from either aborted fetuses or places that you just don't know. So I was curious, where do these stem cells come from? I was fascinated by the answer. There are no stem cells in this patch, Mike, was what I heard. Guys, this is simply composed of organic nanocrystals. This has one function. Think of this as a little mirror, because all it does is reflect the light that our body produces. As human beings, we emit light. So by simply reflecting this light back into the body, it provides a form of phototherapy or light therapy. And guys, there's no chemicals, no stimulants, no drugs. This is non-transdermal, meaning nothing is being absorbed through the skin. It is non-invasive. It is simply reflection of the God-perfect light that our body produces. That's all it does, guys, to see all of the miracles that we're talking about. And really, it's not even legal to talk about everything that we're saying. We can't come out legal, openly and speak legally about what we're seeing. In a close setting like this, a friend of a friend of a friend, we're a little bit more open, because guys, we're seeing miracles. We're seeing children with special needs. We're seeing people with irreversible conditions. Guys, we're not saying that it heals. We can't say that it heals, cures, mitigates, anything like that. All we're saying is when your stem cells are reactivated, get ready to see some miracles. The obvious, rapid things: increased strength, reduction in inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle or skeletal conditions, improvement in sleep, and improvement in skin conditions. But again, there's so much more. I love that David Schmidt is a scientist, because he loves to base everything on studies, experiments, and science. And this was a recent study where 12 people were used, and coincidentally, all 12 had the same results before and after. So this is really pertains to everyone. This is not just the 12 people, but everyone who's got a brain, right? Or everyone, right? So this was a brain scan. That's why I say that. A brain scan that was done before using the X39 stem cell reactivation patch, as you see in session number 1. 3 weeks later, a second scan, and look at the obvious difference. No more redness, no more inflammation, no more dormant stem cells. 3 weeks later, look at session number 3. More bright colors, an indication of a more cognitive, healthy, active brain. Helps me understand why we're seeing the miracles that we're seeing with children with special needs, right? People with, again, things where they don't even remember their children's names, and the mental clarity that we're all getting when we use this product. Again, guys, we have more than 100 clinical studies. We were up to 80. Last time we heard David Schmidt speak. Now, he's up to over 100 clinical studies, and they range from everything from, resetting genes, brain balance, like we mentioned, which also helps with depression, anxiety, and PTSD. It helps with collagen and your heart reversing in age, According to a recent study, 14 out of 15 people reversed their cardiovascular age by 8 years for just using it for 6 months. Number one killer of mankind. You can put this patch anywhere in your body. Usually we say, stick it where it hurts. But for clinical studies, obviously, they needed to have control groups. One group used it below the back of the neck, like I have it on right now. Another group used it 2-finger width below the belly button. But again, anywhere that you put it in your body reactivates all of your stem cells systemically. But if you have no area of pain, those two areas, I like the behind the back of the neck, really close to your brain. It's also aligned with your nervous system. Even if you have a pain in your knee, putting it back there, it reaches every point of your body. You only wear this patch for 12 hours a day. You don't wear a new one every 12 hours. No, you wear one, you put it on at 9 in the morning, you take it off at 9 p.m. and throw it away. You sleep without it until 9 o'clock the next day, 12 hours later, you take a new patch and you repeat the process. 30 patches for one person to use for 30 days. 12 hours on, 12 hours rest. Now, one thing that's very important is we are electrical beings, and it's really important for you to drink a lot of water to have the best effectiveness with this technology, okay? Really, really important, and also going to help detox, eliminate all the toxins in your body. I can tell you right now, guys, that we don't go around sharing all this technology, all this science, all these studies. All we do is talk about the miracles that people are experiencing when they put on this stuff. I'm sharing some of my best friends' testimony with their children who have special needs. I'm sharing about the aches and the pains and the sugar levels and the pressure. Now, I'm talking about stuff that we're seeing every single day, and automatically people get curious. We don't go around talking about the studies and the science, whatever. No, we just tell people, oh my God, this little sticker it's a technology that's changing people's lives. I tried it on, they told me about it, and this is what I tell people. For me, it helped my cardiovascular issues, settle in the sense that I had it's called arrhythmia. Thank you, baby. Arrhythmia for many, many years. My heart would go off beat, and every time it was a scary thing, and it would happen 2 to 3 times per day. So that was one of the first things. Also, I slept through the night, the very same night. I woke up with no aches and pains, and and I had better digestive system. So those are the things that I share, that I talk about my friends. Like I mentioned, guys, all we do is share testimonies, and I'll see if some people have some testimonies that they would like to share towards the end. But if you want to know more about the product, you want to see the patents, you want to see the 100 clinical studies, you want to hear testimonies, this is at info.com. I challenge you to go in there and poke holes in the studies, guys. And I'm going to tell you, you go here, you're going to be fascinated. And we really encourage you to at least watch the first couple of videos. This video is from 2 minutes to, a lot longer. So a little bit about this company, LifeWave. Can you believe that LifeWave has always been a patch company? It's been around for 20 years, always been a patch company. It's always had an opportunity component behind it, but no one ever heard of it. Why? Because the patch that changed everything for this company is the stem cell reactivation patch. The patch that took 10 years, $4.5 million in the making, took this company from $20 million a year in 2021 to $320 million in 2022, $430 million in 2023, and over $600 million in 2024. 2025, we're going to do $1 billion with or without you, with or without me. Guys, you don't see that every single day. That is something that does not happen by chance. Something pretty spectacular has to be happening to see that type of growth. And here, it's called stem cell reactivation patch. It's called being the witness of what can happen when your stem cells are reactivated, and having a product that you don't need to get paid to talk about it. You have to get paid to shut your mouth about what you're witnessing. That's why this opportunity is so big. Recognized this year as the #1 company with the most growth and momentum in the company. Here we are with our sponsors receiving the award And guys, I don't know what you want out of life that you can't get doing what you're doing, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of people are hurting out there. And I'm talking about hurting both physically and financially. And unfortunately, when people are hurting financially, they put their health to the backside. That's why I don't go around sharing an opportunity for health. I'm going around sharing an opportunity for wealth, because I remember when I couldn't afford to rub two pennies together, and I would put my health to the backside. And what I would prioritize is putting a roof over my family's head, putting food in the table, keeping my son clothed, and everything else that I need to do as a provider. My health goes to the wayside, like most people, when we are hurting financially. All right. So I provide, or I promote a opportunity for health. I'm sorry, for income before health, because I know how most people think. But yes, because the product is helping people with their health, because it's doing all these miraculous things, is why the opportunity to make income is so big. Okay. Not only that, guys, but we don't just get incentivized with more cash than we've ever dreamed of, but we get trips like you've never seen before. We've been on almost 10 trips, ranging from Cancun all the way to Bora Bora, Greece, Italy, Aruba, and everything in between. And now, in the next couple of months, we're all going to be joining in Punta Mita, another trip that the company gives. By doing what? For doing what? Buying product to use, sharing it with some of our people, some of our friends and family members, and loaning them some when they buy it, so until they get it. In other words, when I signed up, the person who told me about it, I was fascinated by the testimonies. I don't know them to be a liar or exaggerator. So I wanted some right away. So when I bought my product, he lives 20 minutes away. He came over to my house and he said, Mike, I'm going to loan you all of these patches so that you can start using it now, so you can start sharing it now. And if anyone decides to buy right away, you can loan them some now, right? And when you get yours, give it back, right? And guys, by duplicating that, because I shared it with a few people just to see what it did for them. Like I want to see what it did for some of my best friends' children with autism. I wanted to see. Oh my goodness. When they saw what happened, not only did they want to use it, they wanted to tell everybody who wanted to use it, and they want to tell everybody who wanted to use it and tell everybody. So we basically are compensated, not just for the people you tell, but anyone they tell and they tell and they tell and they tell. It's like starting a rumor, but this rumor takes wings really, really quick. It takes flight really, really quick. It takes off really, really quick. It's like a pandemic, right? Guys, you touch somebody, you talk, you cough in front of somebody, you speak, guys, but what we're spreading is the biggest thing to ever hit the market when it comes for health and wealth. All right? That's how this works, and you can potentially earn up to $25,000 per week. And trust me when I tell you, you've all done this before. If you've ever shared a great restaurant, a great movie, a TV show, you've done this before. Just that they don't pay you like they pay you here, up to $25,000 per week. And I know an extra $25,000 per year will change most people's lives. Because again, I've been in a position where I didn't have two nickels to rub together. I couldn't afford to pay attention. And I've made millions and millionaires in this industry. So that part pays up to $25,000 per week. But I want you to know, there's people in this company making up to $25,000 per day, because that's not the only way that you can make money. There's 5 ways. This one limits you at $25,000 per week, but this one here, you can make $25,000 per day, $50,000 per day. There's no limit to how much money you can make. And basically the way it works is everyone you tell, I've shared it with 150 something people. From 150 people, I get paid 20% for every dollar that they make in the binary. And they can potentially make thousands, up to 25,000 per week. And I make 25% of every dollar that they make. For everyone they tell, is my second level, I make 20%. And anyone they tell is my third level. Guys, it's very lucrative. That's all I got to tell you. Very, very lucrative. But again, all we're doing is buying product to use, share, and loan. And when I see this application, I can't help but, focus on that golden round label right there that says 30-day money back guarantee. You know what's been the secret to our success? That we tell everybody, listen, we're going to let you try it risk-free. I'm going to give you 30 days to put this product to the test, because if the product doesn't work, neither does this business. But if this product works, the business works automatically. So when I talk to someone like Nelly, I'm like, Nelly, you're going to get 5 to 10 people that you're going to use as guinea pigs. And I say that in a very loving way. But what I did was I got 10 people around me that consisted of my mom, my mother-in-law, my wife, myself, my 2 neighbors who have high blood pressure, diabetes, another neighbor of mine who's got bad knees, high blood pressure, my cousin who had high blood pressure, sciatica, and compressed nerves, another one with neuropathy. So I had about 10 people, guys. The first day, try this. Why? I wanted to put this to the test. I wasn't trying to convince them. I was trying to convince me. So when you buy product, the idea is, if this is true, this is going to be big. But if it's not true, money back guarantee. So you're protected. The only thing you've got to lose is that this is real and you didn't give yourself the chance. Because if it's real, trust me when I tell you, everyone you know is going to know about this, with or without you, with or without me. When there's so many doctors, pastors, and everything in between sharing this with everyone they know and everyone they come across, it's just a matter of time before everyone knows about it. And the opportunity is that you know about it before the rest of them. So the question is, are they going to know through you or through somebody else? But we're basically buying product, again, to use, share, and loan. There's a $300 pack, or $295, that provides $300 worth of product, or 3 envelopes. There's a $535 bundle that provides $600 worth of envelopes, or 6 envelopes, right? And there's a $1,750 bundle that provides you with $2,000 worth of patches. Again, $300 bundle is really for people who they're not sure yet, or they're not interested in the business. They just want to get a 90-day pack, maybe to just try it for 90 days. Maybe they just want to try one for them, their spouse, and 1 extra envelope to try some people to really put it to the test. And that bundle limits you to earning only $100 per week. Instead of $25,000 per week, like we mentioned, you can only earn up to $100 per week, because the company sees you more as a consumer than a builder. Because they're saying, hey, with 90 little patches, 30 for you, 30 for your spouse, next to, well, they can't be serious. If you're going to build, they consider you would buy at least $600 worth of product for $535. One for you and for your spouse, $400 worth of product to share some with your friends and family members, and loan some when the people are ready to make a move. Like the person who's going to sign you up today is going to loan you some product today. You're going to say, hey, Mike, Mike said, since I'm going to sign up today, you're going to loan me a couple of envelopes. And when I get mine in about 5 days of business days, I give yours back. And I'm going to start using them. I'm going to start sharing them with my mom, my mother-in-law, my uncle, whatever. And if someone decides to sign up, I'll have an extra one to loan them until they get theirs. That's how this works. These bundles, you can only buy one time. You don't buy this every month. You buy these bundles only one time. You can't buy it 2 times if you wanted to. Now, every month, yes, there's a minimum of 1 envelope that you need to buy in order to stay qualified and active to make commission. But here's the thing. We all want to get the same results. I don't want my arrhythmia benefits to go away. I don't want my insomnia to come back. I don't want the aches and pains that I was dealing with because of 2 almost deadly accidents that I had to come back. So I don't want to stop using this. Like, I don't want to stop using vitamin C, right? So every month, just because I'm going to keep using it, I can still earn commission. You have to buy at least 1 envelope every month to get qualified and active to, collect your points and make commission. But 2 envelopes per month gives you unlimited amounts of commission. In other words, there's no limit on how much you can earn if you're on 2 envelopes, and you can only earn up to $100 per week if you're on 1 envelope. Now, the good thing is, if you happen to come in on the small bundle because you were trying it or you didn't know any better, or if you just came in on one envelope because they didn't tell you, you can upgrade. You can upgrade your bundle and you can upgrade your auto ship. No worries. And you can stop anytime you want. No penalties, nothing required, okay? You can stop yourself or call the company, or we will call for you. All right, the person who invited you will call for you, but auto ship is a must. So this is it info and this is it team.com, two websites that explain everything about the product. This is it info, everything about the business. This is a team. We have 5 ways that we make money. I briefly touched up on 2. We got 5 ways that we make money. This is a team tells you the 5 ways and everything about this business, turnkey business. So guys, listen, 2025, the first month of the year already passed. I'm telling you right now that if you want your life to go to a different place, guys, you need to dabble in different things. You need to experiment with different things. And I'm telling you that never in a million years that I think that all of my prayers would be answered in a form of this little sticker, this little insignificant Band-Aid looking technology, guys. Never did I think that we would already be able to have made millions and already have been able to generate millionaires. And some of those people couldn't even afford to come in on $500 2 years and 4 months ago, 5 months ago when we called them. That's the power of this technology. That's the power of coming in during a time that nobody knows about it. And that's the power of acting fast. So don't waste time. The time is now. Every single year, we do one event where we teach people the ins and outs of this profession, because this is a profession, all right? Now, everyone who's winning in our team has only been involved for 2 years and 6 months. And again, we have made so many of these guys are multimillionaires already, including myself. So we want to teach you everything that we know. The problem with this business and this industry is that a lot of people try it. Not too many people go in all in and do it. For those of you that will do it, I expect to see you August 10th through the 8th. You have 7 months to plan ahead. Between now and then, you don't have to worry about how much this costs, even though we're going to talk about it right now, because you're going to make this money and then some by simply sharing this technology and helping people change their lives, right? So here, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, this is how much it is. And that includes 3 days, 2 nights in a hotel, 5-star hotel. That includes dinners, a dinner on Saturday, lunch. It includes the entire event, and well, the dinner's a gala dinner. So guys, right now, all you do is you put a $220 deposit, and you don't have to worry until June about paying the rest. Put a $320 deposit if it's 2 people, $420 if it's 3 people, $520 if it's 4 people. That's $130 each for 4 people to reserve a room. And I'm telling you right now, I'm so convinced that this is the most important thing for people to really succeed in this business, that I'm not working with anyone who's not committed to their own success and has pulled the trigger to come to this event. I can't waste my time and trying to help someone that I know is not going to succeed because they're not taking the 2 steps that they need in order for us to take our 10. So guys, we have a YouTube channel. We have a Facebook group, right? Everything you need, guys. We help we help with the self-development part. Book of the month. Every single month, we're all reading the same book, which is one of the reasons why I am where I am and I am who I am today. This is our Facebook group, like I mentioned. Get connected, guys. But most importantly, look, we want you to call the person who invited you here today. Thank them for thinking of you. Because again, it's a huge privilege to know about this today. And listen, maybe this is not for you, because not everything is for everyone. And I totally respect that. Not everything is for everyone. But maybe God is using you as a bridge because someone is on their knees praying for the solution that you now have for better health and or wealth. Okay? So think of that. Who do you know needs better health if you don't need it? And who do you know that needs better wealth even though you don't need it. And maybe that's why God has brought it to you, to use you as a bridge, guys. So listen, I'm excited to be able to bring this information to you because I'm very excited about this. I'm seeing what this is doing for people, both physically and financially. So I'm excited every single time I get to talk about this. And nowadays, all I talk about is this, and it's made me millions and millions of dollars today. One thing I will say is this in regards to our personal results, right? I'm not making you any promises. The only promise I can make you is that the opportunity is the same for everybody. I told you about people who we've helped that in 2024 they generated over $1 million. Only in 2024. Forget about the fact that we started 2 years and 6 months ago, but 2 years and 4 or 5 months ago, they couldn't afford to come in on $500. All right, just think about that. And me, I'm in a position today, even though I've been in a position where I literally had to sell garbage in a swap shop just to make ends meet. Today with LifeWave, I'm in a position where I can literally pay off $1 million home every 4 months. Thank God Almighty. And I don't say that to show off. I share that to let you know that this opportunity is real and you can take it as big and as far as you want to. You can surpass me. And, and I know that 10% of what I make can change a lot of lives. I know that 10% of 10% of what we're making can change a lot of lives, but I want to help you go as fast and as far as you want to go, guys. So again, thank you so much for your time. We did it all in 30 minutes, which is always my goal. So any questions, any comments or concerns, I'm here for whatever you want to do, Andre.
Thank you, brother. We have, I believe, some questions they're asking in a chat from you. Can you read them or?
No, my eyes are bad.
Okay, it says, hi,
Doesn't
could you please elaborate more on the biological mechanism by which the patches activate stem cells?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to read that slow. I don't know if everyone heard me when I said I'm a high school dropout. The beautiful thing about this is that you don't need to understand how this works. Now, if you really do want to know and need to know the science, this is its info. You can go really, really shallow, or you can go in there and just go, deep, deep diving. All of the science is there, guys. All I can tell you is elaborate more on the biological mechanism, which is the passion. All right, guys. So all I can tell you is this, like I said before, it's reflecting our own light, which causes a frequency. And what took 10 years to perfect was the perfect frequency, which comes from the perfect setting
I
of the
wish I get the white one.
or the perfect sequence of how the crystals are set that created the perfect frequency to stimulate our copper peptides. But again, if you want to know more about the science, again, we don't want people to go and feel the need to understand the science. All we need to know is that the product works, it's been tested, it's safe, and we go out there and we share it.
Maybe we can have Dr. Tony jump in and just
Dr. Tony does not want to go ahead and explain everything. We don't want to be the source. We want to lead people to the source.
perfect. Any testimonies? Anybody wants to? Let me see if I can open this. So if anybody wants to share a testimony, we have maybe a couple of minutes. Do you mind, Mike? If anybody.
Oh, please, please.
Okay, so if anyone wants to jump in, just unmute yourself and
Mike,
share your testimony.
Mike, would you share a little bit about your history, kind of where you came from, a little bit more?
Hey guys, how are you guys?
Doing
Great to
good.
see you. Long time, long time. So yeah, so Dr. Tony wants me to share a little bit about my background. So real quick, I've been married. I should know this off the top of my head. Over 33 years. Well, we haven't married 33 years. We've been together 33 years. We actually got married when my son was 20, when my son was 4 and he's 31. So we're about 26, 27 years married. But I met my wife when she was 12 years old and I was 15. I can explain it. That's a whole different topic. But we've been together since she was 15. I was 18. That's really what needs more explanation. But that being said, we're two high school dropouts. Neither of us have a high school dropout. I'm sorry. Neither of us have a high school diploma. I don't even have a GED. She went back eventually and got her GED. I never did. And I don't say that because, obviously to be proud was there to be proud of. But I love that this industry has allowed a guy like myself with zero education. I mean, I couldn't get a job anywhere that asked for a high school diploma nor a GED. So think about how much I struggled financially, right? So I learned about this industry back in 2006 when at the time my mom and my mother-in-law, who are now both retired because of all the money that we've made in this industry, when they were both cleaning houses for wealthy people in multi-million dollar communities, in other words, these security, these guarded communities, you know, and my mom would come here, my mom would go there and clean these houses, and we would take him to work and pick him up because we didn't have extra cars in the house. And guys, I noticed that 2 times of the week they put out garbage, and once a week it was loads, like bulk garbage, and people who were wealthy would throw out stuff that still had value. They were buying new furniture, they're throwing out the old furniture. Got a new mattress, throw out the old mattress, right? And they would just put it out. They wouldn't. So we learned that we can pick this stuff up and sell it at a swap shop. And for a couple of years, not only were we picking up garbage in this community, but we learned how to sneak ourselves into other wealthy communities where my mom didn't clean houses, and, you know, found out what days the garbage was. And guys, we had to do this to make ends meet, you know, and again, we went to, it's not like we were going into dirty dumpsters or anything like that, but it was, you know, it was something that we needed to do. And we found a way, you know, this way we can make up to an extra $50,000 per year. We would make up to $1,000 per weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But again, selling garbage. I learned about this industry, guys, and I went crazy. I went nuts. When I saw that I had an opportunity to share a product at the time, 2006, that's where we all met each other, Dr. Tony, Linda, Andre. When I learned that there was a product that was changing people's lives that no one knew about, and I could get paid for sharing it with others, I told my wife right away, when I put the product to the test and I proved that it really, really was great product, I told my wife, we're going to be rich. We made $5 million in 70 years. We made our first million in the first 3 years. Besides the fact that everyone that I spoke to initially were the closest people to me, friends and family members, who all were just making fun of me, right? Nobody got involved until they saw that I made it happen, you know, a couple of years later. But yeah, I'm glad that Dr. Tony asked me to, you know, to share this, because guys, that's the power of this industry. And I'm telling you right now, even after all the success that I've had in this industry, I wanted nothing to do with network marketing. And I was out of the industry for 8 years. For 8 years, I wouldn't give anyone 5 minutes to talk to me about this industry, because I understand that without having a life-changing product, exclusivity, and being a pioneer, really tough to make money. But we have those exact 3 things. And I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like the power of this patch. So therefore, I've never seen an opportunity like this, guys. So I hope some of you who are here for the first time are open, are looking, and are curious enough to put this to the test. Because if you do get a group of people and put it to the test, get ready to run with us and chase all of your dreams. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mike.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Anyone wants to share testimony? Okay, I guess we're good. Any questions you guys want to ask Mike? Mike, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Well, I want to ask them this. For those of you who are new, how many of you are not a manager? And what are we waiting for to get to manager? All right. What are we waiting for to launch your business? This business is simple. It starts by calling everyone you know that's on your phone book. And don't discriminate. Just go from A to Z and say, hey, oh my God, once you see that this is real, guys, just sharing it. And that's all this takes. Anybody can do this. Even a high school dropout who is picking up garbage can make millions out of this. So there's
somebody asked how to build it big. How do you do it, Mike? Let's go this way. How do you start your day? What do you say? How do you approach people? So it's going to be, I believe that's a good question for everyone. Okay, I'm going through my phone. how should I start a conversation with the person that I never, maybe for a long time I haven't spoken, or even though the friend and family members, which is they're always, negative, and as we said, they know you all, they know you, they know everything about you, and you're expecting to hear no. But how do you do that? How do you
All
go
right.
with?
Good question. So first things first, when we first got started, out of all of the numbers that we had 2,239 contacts. I first started looking for the money motivated, business savvy, entrepreneurial people that I knew from those 2,000 somewhat people. All right. And, it was maybe I had at least 100 people. My wife had at least 100 people. Those are the people that we were going to attack first before I went A, B, C, D. Those are the people that I know. Dr. Tony's not just a doctor. He's an entrepreneur. He owns his own office. Andre and Jackie, they're entrepreneurs. These guys they're movers and shakers. Anything that makes money, they're open to looking at. Those are the people that I'm contacting first, right? And when I contacted them, I knew that I didn't know much. Well, the idea is that you don't know much, and you have people like us who are willing to do the presentation, share the information for your people. So I immediately got started, and I was sharing the information. I figured, hey, the way I'm going to learn is by doing it. So Steve, my upline, has started one day before me. So we were all trying to figure this thing out. Now it's a lot easier. We didn't have a presentation. We didn't have Zooms. All we had was excitement and testimonies and a little bit of information about the patch. And with that, we picked up our phones and started calling everyone we knew, not with so much information, but a lot of excitement about what we had and the potential behind the opportunity, because the product was working. That's all we did. So that's why I love it when someone's going to launch their business for the first time, like me. I didn't call anyone until I had the unrattling conviction of what I had my hands on. I saw my neighbor's knees, his knees. I mean, within 30 minutes, this guy called me. He was running up and down his house, literally the stairs. He had not been able to do that for years. And then the very next morning, hold on, because again, seeing is believing. This is Mark, my neighbor. The very next day, Mark neighbor, look at this. Because again, guys, I'm telling you exactly what we did. Look at this. July 26th, right when I started, 7/20, right? Look at this. July 2022, right? First thing this morning, no medication. Bam. This guy with medication, his blood pressure is through the roof. 3 medications 3 times per day. The next day. So what I tell people is, before you launch, you need to have the unrattling conviction about what you have. And then you don't need to provide a lot of information. Most of my calls were like, hey, Dr. Tony, how you doing? Do you have a quick minute? I know you're busy. I won't be more than a minute. Yeah. Oh my God, Dr. Tony, I've got my hands on something big. Oh my God, Dr. Tony, when you see what I have, I don't care how well you sleep tonight, you're not going to sleep. I hit the lottery. I'm only going to share this with a few people. You're one of the first people I thought of. You're going to be blown away by what I'm going to bring to the table. Get ready. This is the biggest thing you've ever seen. 7 o'clock tonight, whatever it is you're doing, get off. You got to jump on this. Can you give me 15 minutes? I don't want to provide information. I just want to get people there with curiosity. And my enthusiasm and my passion is going to get them on this call. And if the person is good providing the information, but that's what we do now, guys, we're going to get people curious enough to put it to the test, because it's risk-free. And if they say, if this thing works, I'm going to run with you. That's where I want to get everyone to. I want to get everyone to tell me, hey, man, this sounds really good. Sounds too good to be true. But if this works, good. Get your guinea pigs together. Let's get you a bundle. You got 30 days from today. How many you want me to lend you right now? That's it. That's the game. If you do more than that or any less than that, you're not playing the same game. You're not getting the same results. You're probably doing a whole lot more than that and getting a whole lot less results. More in most cases. That's what's happening. We keep it stupid simple. Look, I've been here 2 years and 6 months. I've made $4.5 million. And I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how to respond to that question about the biological. I don't even remember the question anymore. When I heard biological, you lost me. Biological. I can't even spell biological. Mechanism. Oh my God, what's that? I just know one thing, it works, right? But I understand that to get a guy like Dr. Tony involved, our science has to be real. But the good thing is that I don't need to be the source of the science. I know how to lead him to the science. And if he's really about the science, he's going to go and he's going to teach me a thing or two. What's that?
The guinea pig.
We got a guinea pig.
You said guinea pig.
Guinea pig.
Oh my goodness. No, you did not. That is hilarious. I love it.
We got our guinea pigs in
Get some
line.
guinea pigs. You see, Dr. Tony literally has guinea pigs. I mean, in his office and in his house.
Patch him up. Patch him up.
Hi, Mike.
Yes. Hi. Who is
Thank
this?
you so much, Lucine.
Lucine, how are you, honey?
Good. How are you? Thank you so much for being here and doing this. And I know, Andre, love your story, by the way, so inspirational. I know, Andre, I have a few testimonies, but I have a couple people on here. And you know how when you're too close, people don't, your own testimony is not as impactful. I know we have so many people on here that have powerful testimonies. I would really encourage someone to give a testimony if you can. Don't be shy. Just if there's someone who could give a testimony, that would be amazing.
I know. Starting from Andre. Andre has the most powerful. I still use Andre's testimony in pictures till this day. The fact that Andre was going to lose his leg within 90 days. The fact that his foot was literally just falling apart, literally. And to see him where he is today, I mean,
Mike, I need to start charging you for that. I didn't know.
I owe you big time.
Andre, tell us your testimony.
Well, my testimony is everybody already know, but I want to hear new testimony. I want to see who has new testimony, anything good, and then
I'll speak on X39 patches and how it worked for me. Dr. Tony and Mike McClary introduced me to these patches September 27th, 2024. And I got my prescription for my glasses 1 year ago on January 25th. And I thought my eyes were getting worse as I got older, but I've been patching for 6 months. So I went in and I took the prescription from the ophthalmologist to my doctor that my glasses for me 2 pair for real cheap. And he says, your eyes have gotten so much better that the glasses you're wearing are too strong. And I said, you're kidding. I said, all my life I buy glasses because my eyes are getting weaker. You know, so basically that was the one very noticeable thing. I said, can I have a copy of both those prescriptions? He said, sure, no problem. So my vision has gotten better at 74 years old.
I've heard that many, many times. Thank you so much for that testimony. It's hard to believe, not to mention that people are noticing their gray hair are being filled with their natural color hair now. And everything else. I mean, it sounds too good to be true, guys. My wife is always telling me, stop sharing so many testimonies. It sounds too good to be true. But they are. I don't know what else to do. I wish they were alive, but they're not.
That's
Liam
amazing.
wants to share his testimony.
I'd like to say that we have some of the best mentors and the best product that I have seen. I'm also a serial entrepreneur, but I did work as a teamster in the movie industry, driving for the stars for 23 years and 60,000 hours. And honestly, I have no regrets except that I waited too long to get out into the world where I'm enjoying helping bless people. And I finally found a product to help me bless people. And this is the last chapter of my life, and I'm going to do it as long as God lets me.
Amen.
Awesome.
Over and out.
Well, I guess.
Leonidas, unmute yourself. Leonidas wants us.
Oh, Leonidas.
There you go.
Andre, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome presentation, Mike.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
I'm more excited today than when I got started or when I signed up and drug my feet before we got going. But man, appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to bless us, man, and pour into us. A quick testimony, a couple of them, because for myself, the first 2 hours, I felt the energy. I told my wife after letting the packet sit, because Dr. Tony and Cheryl Smith, they blessed my wife and I. They signed us up. But after letting the patches sit for 3 months before I started using them, put them on, within 2 hours, I felt the energy. And I told my wife, I said, I don't know if I just really want this to work, but I feel like I'm buzzing. I can have all this energy. So 2 hours, felt the energy. 4 days into it, I slept. I used to suffer from insomnia. Military has prescribed many drugs. I couldn't sleep. I'd get into bed. It'd be 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. On a good night, I get into bed and I flip-flop, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3:30 a.m. finally falling asleep, right? 7 days into it, years ago, I tore my ACL on my left knee. And I was suffering from acute pain for decades, going up and down stairs, getting in and out of my vehicle, right? 7 days after starting to utilize the technology, the pain threshold went from a 12 to a 7. Today, fast forward about 22, 23 months, pain is virtually gone. Unless I've stayed up all night working, working on my homework and stuff because I'm in school or haven't gotten a lot of sleep, I feel no pain. My father-in-law, post double knee, replacement, 60 days after we introduced him to the technology, took away his knee pain. But the kicker is this: 10 years ago, he received a kidney transplant. 10 years ago, he started using the technology. He had a benchmark. The functionality of that kidney was at about 60%. He went to his physician, got a checkup to check the kidney. They asked him, they said, Mr. Davis, what are you doing? And he was like, what do you mean? Your kidney has gone from 60 percentile functionality and it's jumped to where it's at 83% functionality. Mind you, this is an organ that's not his own. The technology is so powerful that, again, it activates our dormant stem cells in our body. The stem cells fixed, right? They rectified whatever was wrong with a foreign, right, organ in his body, but it elevated his functionality. I got a buddy at work. His wife was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. A1C was 12.7. In 60 days, it dropped to 6.4. I mean, my wife, she broke her tailbone when she was a little girl, and they said she was gonna have back pain for the rest of her life. We bought this big NordicTrack massage gun with all these knobs and all these settings, and I used to use the gun on her back. 2 months into utilizing technology, she didn't even realize. She was walking across our apartment, and I looked at her and I said, baby, I said, you're back. I said, you haven't been asking me to use the gun. And she didn't even realize it took away her back pain. My last one, my mother-in-law, she's worked in in-home supportive services for decades. Neck pain, shoulder pain. My wife gave her one patch. The next morning, she called my wife. She said, baby, I don't know what's in this patch, but my neck pain and my shoulder pain has virtually gone away. Now, we didn't know at the time, but she had a bulging disc in her neck. And so, again, the technology is just, we got to go. We got to go. There are lives hanging in the balance. We are so blessed. So with that, I'll turn the digital platform back over to you guys, man.
Woo!
Wow, thank you. That's
I'm
crazy.
ready to sign up all over again. Let's go, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Wow,
So,
thank you. Thank you, Leonidas.
hey, guys. So look, we do this for you, right? I don't know when the next Zoom is, but we basically have Zooms every day of the week.